YouTube, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Alright, so I'm still outside just by my car. The breeze feels nice today. But let's talk about superpowers. So I came across, one of Rashad Jamal's videos speaking about our dark matter energy inside of us and how the sun helps us unlock our memories and our powers, and helps us link into the dark matter energy within inside of us. And it's through that we will be able to tap into all of these other gifts that we have that were frozen once they injected us, they being like doctors, when we were babies. And then all of these other variables that have had an effect on our gifts, from the food to us working a 9 to 5 and constantly being tired, magic being used on us, list goes on. What they put in our ointments, from body lotions and creams to what they put in the water, what they put in the soil that we then get our food from, what they put in the air, what they put in the chemicals they put in the AC in the houses. Like, nothing in this matrix is designed to help you reach your highest frequency. But relating back to powers, I ended up watching one of his videos on superpowers and then another video on deoxyetheric acid and how that links DEA and how that links to our superpowers. During this time, he mentioned, we're like the X-Men, we are the X-Men, go look up someone's abilities because this isn't a joke. So in the X-Men, I absolutely love Shadowcat. Love her ability of being able to move through walls. I ended up doing research, just being honest, of going to Superpower Wiki, looking up all the feats and stuff, and watching as many powers and ability scenes that I could. Nothing happened in regards to the astrals with that. Well, one time I actually phased my hand through something. But when it comes to memory-wise, there was nothing memory in regards to memories that came back to me with those abilities or relating to that character. So after having conversations with my brother just about superpowers and stuff, and we were just talking about abilities, and I was just sharing how, I love how Shadowcat can move through walls, and he said to me, I can't say out of nowhere, but he said in that moment, Raven can move through walls. And it was as if for a brief moment, that part of him that does remember deep within what is going on was telling me, Ryan, remember what you can do. Remember which character you absolutely loved when you were a kid. Go down this path. So, he didn't verbally say that, but that, I believe, is what was essentially being said when he told me to remember about Raven. And I ended up going to Google and I typed in her superpowers, and it came up immediately as her being an empath. That is her primary ability, primarily an empath. And then it listed some other stuff. So from there, I started looking into her powers, and I started reading as many comics as I could get my hands on online for free, and rewatched all of the superpower scenes from the TV show, and then watched some of the powers from, one sec. From the live action series, but I did not watch the entire live action series. I don't even think I've seen, I haven't seen it. Anyway, after I did all of that, and I was leaning more into the comics, simply because that is where her empathy is, her being an empath is displayed more in the comics. It wasn't really explored. There was 2 scenes in the 2003 TV series Teen Titans, but besides that, and she just, put her hands on somebody's arm or somebody's leg to heal their broken leg or broken arm, to induce rapid healing, but that was about it. So I was really fascinated about empaths and empathy. And during this time, prior to that, during the fall, I came across articles on um, the Humans Be Free website, particularly on the empath and the narcissist, and things just clicked for me with the relationship between me and my mother, the Maxwell. So I then just became more curious on empaths, and it was on that site that I also came across how going back in history in these communities that we had, even during the times of Atlantis, there were these empaths that were so deeply connected to the land and understood the different types of energies that all life has to offer, from us being, Anunnaki, to humans, to plants, to animals. So people in those communities would go to these people to further understand the relationship and the bond and the connection, communication that we would have with these different elements in these communities. That was what I got from those articles speaking on the empath and the narcissist, and then speaking on the empath relating back to these ancient Aboriginal communities. So yeah, super interesting. But a reason why I'm not getting in my car, but a reason why now I'm adding that in there is because well, relating to the cloud coverage. First, let me talk about Raven. I'm kind of bopping between, because everything is connected, y'all. Everything is connected. Once that inner divine self of yours and your angels start guiding you to stuff, and stuff starts happening, it just makes sense. Like, stuff just starts connecting. It's all connected. But with this memory, okay, so I started leaning more into the comics, and that's why, because giving a little context, that's what I was doing on the empath and the narcissist from that article back in November. So when my brother said, remember Raven, in February, March, I then decided to lean more into the comics because her empathic abilities were displayed more, or I should just say were displayed, period, in the comics. And the effect of me seeing all of this imagery on my subconscious mind had such a drastic effect that a memory came back to me. And how in the comics, again, how it's displayed, how her cape just extends and extends and extends and extends and extends and eventually extends off the page. Literally, the cape is extending off the page, and stuff can get sucked up into there, or into her cape, into the void of her cape, into her soul self. Me seeing all that, the impact of seeing all that visual imagery, this specific memory came back. So let's get into it. I was watching myself in some type of past life situation, and I'm in this cape. I literally look like how Raven looks and how she has been displayed in these comics and the TV series. And all of a sudden, I'm flying over this area, and then I just start levitating, standing or moving up in the air in one spot, and I'm high up. And all of a sudden, I open up my arms, like if both my arms were in front of me, doing that. Just imagine this one going out as well. I'll do this way. And my arm extends, all the way out, and then my cape begins to extend to the power of extend. And all of a sudden, I feel this object far below underneath begin to get uprooted. It was a building. It was the size of a skyscraper that got uprooted from the ground and went into the right side of the void of my cape. And that was the memory that I had. And I that memory just would not have come back to me if it were not for my brother reminding me Raven can move through walls, and then me making the choice to do my research and take it seriously, take all of this seriously, that we have powers, we have gifts, and they are coming back to us. Everything is being unthawed, and there is going to come a point where we are able to access these gifts that we naturally have, our natural abilities in their fullness. So that was the brief memory that I had come back to me from let's say me viewing these, I don't know why I did quotes, but me viewing all of that material from Raven in the Teen Titans and opening myself up more to the reality that this is reality. So yeah, that was the experience I had. And I trust that more are gonna come back to me by December. We'll see how it all unfolds though. And I do attribute and thank my brother, because I don't think that would have happened, as well as me really seeing all that imagery. So don't underestimate the power of, it's something that you see in a TV series, something you see in a comic book, maybe some line from a song that then makes you think, let me go check out this character. Let me remind myself, or not remind myself, but if it reminds you of this character that you absolutely loved and adored when you were a kid, when you were more aligned with yourself, before all these programs got infused with your astral body, with your technology that now you are working, I am working through, both of us, all of us, through filtering out. And of course, getting sunlight. Doing some meditation, yoga, or just sunbathing, sun gazing whenever you can. All of that is going to help moments like that come to you, come back to you. Those memories come back to you. So this has kind of been a video that's been a little bit all over the place in regards to powers, but that is the specific memory I had come back to me. So I will now say that that character, I have every reason to believe, was based off of either A, me, or B, me and a certain set of us that have those powers and abilities. All of these shows really are about our powers and abilities. They just don't tell us that. And they can't put us all in the cast like they might give one character like Storm, or like maybe a Spider-Man, right? But they can't make the whole team look like all of us, because deep within, that part of us is still so connected, especially when we were younger, and it being stronger, that we would remember more a lot quicker, instead of all of this information being put out now for us to then do the work of going within and these memories coming back to us. I really hope the rain is not too loud or obnoxious. If it is, I apologize. I'm still gonna post this video tonight, and I can refilm it tomorrow if it's too obnoxious or distracting. But I'm gonna end this here and then talk about the empath in regards to weather and stuff, because I kind of started in this one, but then I stopped. So thank you for watching, and I want to send peace, courage, protection, divine cosmic love to